everyone, and welcome back to the Duke Dive. You know how much we love getting your requests, and you guys really wanted to know about habits for a more effective life.
Mm-hmm.
And he sent us this cool piece on Stoic philosophy.
Yeah.
7 habits to find some calm in this crazy world. Don't worry.
Right.
If you don't know much about philosophy, we'll break it down.
Absolutely.
Show you just how relevant this old wisdom can be.
It's amazing, actually, how much it applies even today.
Mm-hmm. And then get right to it. Habit number 1.
Yeah.
Be proactive.
I love it.
It's easy to feel like stuff just happens to us, right?
Oh, yeah.
This is about taking charge.
It really is.
Flipping the script.
The Stoics were so smart about this. They knew you got to focus on what you can control. Your thoughts, your actions, how you react to things.
Yeah.
And it's not about pretending the outside world doesn't matter.
Great.
It's about choosing how you respond to it.
I like that. Okay, picture this. You're stuck in traffic.
Oh, no.
Super late for a meeting.
Word.
Most people would be freaking out. But someone practicing be proactive,
Okay.
they might use that time to prep for the meeting.
Yeah.
Or finally listen to that podcast everybody's talking about.
Right. It's finding the good even when things are bad.
Yeah.
And even more, it makes you feel in control. You're not just along for the ride.
You're driving. I love it.
Exactly.
Okay, so we're taking control, but where are we going?
Oh, good question.
That's habit number 2. Begin with the end in mind.
This is about knowing your purpose. It's like you said, reverse engineering your life.
Right.
What are your values? What do you want to be remembered for?
Mm-hmm.
Then make your actions line up with those big goals.
It's a big picture thing.
Huge. The article even quotes Marcus Aurelius here. Thinking about how short life is
Wow.
really makes you think about what's truly important.
Yeah. If you knew you only had so much time, what would you focus on?
Big question, right?
That's powerful.
It is. And even just asking yourself that question, it helps you figure out what really matters.
Hits you prioritize. So we've got our destination. We're being proactive. But how do we actually get it all done? Life is nuts.
Ugh, tell me about it.
That's where habit number 3 comes in.
Okay.
Put first things first. And I love this.
What?
The article uses this jar analogy.
Oh, yeah, the jar analogy. Classic.
But it's so good.
Just shows you how to prioritize so well.
It does. Okay, so imagine a jar.
Okay.
You've got big rocks, right? Those are the important things. Your health,
Right.
relationships, your
Right.
own growth.
Right.
Then there's the sand, little tasks, distractions,
All that stuff.
stuff that just fills up your time.
Exactly.
And if you start filling the jar with sand,
Oh,
no room for the rocks.
no.
But put the big rocks in first.
Okay.
The sand fits around them.
It all works out.
So it's about being smart with your time and energy.
Right. And, the Stoics were really against wasting time.
Yeah.
This habit makes sure you're actually doing what matters.
So actionable tip right here.
Okay.
I'm ready. Every day, pick your top 3 tasks, the ones that really move you towards your goals.
Yeah.
Do those first. Let the rest figure itself out.
Such a good tip.
Yeah.
Such a simple change.
Yeah.
But it makes a huge difference. And,
Yeah.
it goes back to that discipline thing the Stoics were all about.
Totally. Okay, habit number 4. This is a big one,
Oh, yeah.
especially these days. Think win-win. It's about moving past that near-you mentality.
Oh, I hate that.
It's everywhere.
It is.
The Stoics, they believed we're all connected.
Right.
And this habit shows that. It's not about being a pushover.
No.
It's about solutions that are good for everyone.
I like that. So, for example,
Okay.
you're negotiating a deadline for a project.
Yeah.
Instead of fighting over it,
Right.
you try to see it from both sides.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the client needs it fast.
Okay.
Your team is already busy.
Yeah.
So you propose a phased delivery.
So everyone gets something.
Everyone wins. You work together.
You made the pie bigger instead of fighting over the pieces.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what's so cool about this habit.
What?
It assumes there's enough good stuff to go around.
Enough success for everyone. All right, so now that we're talking about understanding other people,
Yeah.
let's get into habit number 5.
Okay.
Seek first to understand. Time to be a detective, but in a good way.
Like Sherlock Holmes, but nicer.
Exactly. This one's all about really listening to get someone else's perspective.
Before you jump in with your own thoughts.
Yeah, before you say what you think.
Right. It's like that saying, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason.
Uh-huh, yeah.
The article even quotes Epictetus on this, that Stoic philosopher.
Oh, yeah.
He said, we should listen twice as much as we speak.
That's tough these days.
It is. We're so used to doing a million things at once.
Always gotta have an answer ready.
Yeah, scrolling on our phones while someone's talking.
Ugh, guilty.
It's hard to be present and really listen.
It really is.
Makes you think right.
Mm-hmm. About what?
Think about the last conversation you had. Were you really there or just waiting to talk?
Oh man, good question. Okay, so building on this whole collaboration thing,
Yep.
let's look at habit number 6. Synergize, or as the article says, build strength through unity. Teamwork makes the dream work right.
Well, sometimes teamwork is a nightmare,
Oh yeah, definitely.
but I think we can all agree
would.
working together can be amazing.
When it works, it works.
And the Stoics knew this. They were all about collaboration. This habit is about using everyone's strengths and viewpoints.
Like the whole is greater than the sum of its parts.
Exactly. It's
Think
not
about it.
just working next to each other.
Yeah.
It's about making something bigger and better together.
And for the Stoics, this is because we're social creatures.
Right. We need each other.
We're meant to cooperate.
Exactly.
Hmm.
But it means being open to different opinions,
Stepping outside our comfort zones.
learning from people who think differently.
I like that.
Yeah.
This one really speaks to me. It makes me think about times when I'm just stuck in my own bubble.
Oh, yeah.
So here's a question for everyone listening.
Okay, I'm listening.
Where could you use more teamwork and different perspectives? Where are you missing out by not using synergy?
That's a good one to think about. And it leads us right into the last habit for today.
Oh, yeah? Which one?
One that's all about taking care of you. Sharpen the saw.
Okay, I know what you're thinking. Bubble baths and spa days.
Well, those are nice.
I'm not gonna lie.
But the Stoics thought about renewal in a much bigger way.
Oh, really?
They were about caring for yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, and even spiritually.
So it's not just about pampering yourself.
No, it's about making sure you're taking care of all parts of yourself.
Like a whole person tune-up.
Exactly. Think about things you already enjoy.
Like what?
Reading,
Mm-hmm.
spending time in nature,
Yeah.
having deep conversations with people you care about.
That's all sharpening the saw.
It all counts. It keeps you sharp.
Interesting. And the article says even the best people can't go nonstop without recharging.
Yeah, it's like running a marathon with no water breaks.
You'll burn out. Exactly. You got to find that balance.
Between pushing yourself and taking care of yourself.
That's what the Stoics were all about, living a balanced life.
So there you have it. The 7 Stoic-inspired habits for a more effective life. Gives us a lot to think about.
It does. What a toolbox.
It really is.
One thing that's interesting to me is how these habits all connect.
How does
They start by taking control.
with proactivity.
Right. Then you figure out your direction, your purpose.
Yeah.
Then you prioritize your actions.
Mm.
Look for solutions that work for everyone. Learn to really understand people.
Embrace teamwork.
Take care of yourself.
It's like a map to a better life.
It is. It's not just about achieving stuff on the outside.
Right.
It's about growing on the inside.
Inner strength and wisdom.
You said it perfectly. And that's what I love about the Stoic influence here.
What's that?
It's not just about getting things done.
Right.
It's about becoming a better person while you do it. So what really stood out to you today?
It's hard to pick just one.
Yeah. But I think the focus on synergy was powerful for me.
Yeah.
You know, we live in a world that feels so divided. So this idea of finding strength in togetherness,
Togetherness.
it just feels so important, especially now.
It is. We're not meant to do this alone.
And we can do so much more when we support each other.
Absolutely. We're all part of something bigger.
Like the Stoics said.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've covered all 7 habits. And I bet you're thinking, this is great, but how do I make it actually happen?
Yeah, it could be a bit overwhelming, right?
It is a lot to take in.
But remember, the Stoics was about instant change.
Right.
It's gradual progress,
Small
consistent effort.
over time.
Yeah, those small changes, they add up to big results.
So maybe don't try to do all 7 habits at once.
Right, pick one.
Just one.
The one that speaks to you the most.
The one that could make the biggest difference for you right now.
Yeah.
Focus on just that one for a week or even a month. Really see how it changes things.
How it changes your thoughts, your actions.
Yeah. How you interact with people.
Exactly. And notice how it feels for you.
Yeah.
Because what works for me might not work for you.
Right.
It's about finding what resonates with you,
Making these habits your own
weaving them into your life.
until they're second nature.
Exactly.
And hey, don't worry if you mess up.
We all do.
We're human rights.
Yeah,
Don't beat yourself up
just learn from it.
and keep going.
That's the beauty of this approach.
What do you mean?
It's not about being perfect.
It's not.
No, it's about constantly learning and growing.
I can do that.
We all can. And you don't have to do it alone.
Oh, yeah.
The Stoics, they were big on community,
Oh, yeah.
surrounding yourself with people who help you grow.
Yeah.
So if you're feeling inspired by these habits,
Yeah.
maybe join a Stoic philosophy group
I could do that.
or connect with other people who are trying this out.
Find your people.
Exactly.
I like it. And speaking of finding value, if this deep dive has sparked your curiosity, I really encourage you to check out Stoic philosophy more.
There's so much out there.
There is
Books,
podcasts.
websites.
It's a whole world. It's fascinating. And it's been around for so long because it speaks to something deep inside us.
Wow.
This need to live a life with purpose and meaning.
Yeah,
A life that's both fulfilling and effective.
absolutely.
Okay, before we wrap up, I want to leave you with one final thought.
Okay.
We talked about all these different habits.
Yeah,
And it's easy to get excited and want to do them all.
I know, right?
But here's a challenge.
Okay.
What if you picked just one habit
Just one.
to really focus on this week?
I'd love that.
It's about taking these ideas and putting them into action.
Making them real.
Exactly. So which habit speaks to you the most?
Yeah.
Which one could make the biggest positive impact in your life right now?
Think about it.
Choose that one and really commit to it this week.
Mm-hmm.
Notice how it affects your thoughts,
Yeah.
your actions, how you interact with other people.
You might be surprised
By what you...
by how much one small change can affect things.
All right, so that's our deep dive into the 7 habits for a more effective life.
Inspired by the Stoics.
We hope you found it helpful and inspiring.
Until next time, keep learning
Keep growing.
and keep diving deep. And it can be tough, right? Like, we're so used to always having an answer ready.
Oh, yeah. It's like we're not really listening. We're just waiting for our turn to talk.
It's true. Multitasking, scrolling while someone's talking.
I'm so bad at that.
It takes real effort to be present
And to really listen.
deeply.
Yeah. So think about it.
Right.
That last conversation you had, were you really listening or were you just waiting to jump in?
Ooh, that's a good one to think about.
Yeah, makes you think. Okay, building on this idea of collaboration,
Okay.
let's look at habit number 6, synergize.
Okay,
Or as the article calls it, build strength through unity.
I like that.
Teamwork makes the dream work right.
Well, sometimes teamwork can be a nightmare.
Oh, for sure. I've been there.
But I think we can all agree that when teamwork works, it's pretty amazing.
It is. Like magic.
It is. And the Stoics were onto something here. They really believed in the power of collaboration.
Yeah, they did.
This habit, it's about realizing that together we can be so much stronger.
Yeah.
It's about recognizing that everyone has different strengths and perspectives.
And bringing those together.
Exactly. Like that saying, the whole is greater than the sum of its parts.
So it's not just about working alongside each other.
No, it's about creating something bigger and better together.
I like that. And you said the Stoics thought this was important because we're social creatures.
Right. Like, we're wired for connection. We need each other.
We're meant to work together.
Exactly. But it does require us to be open to different viewpoints.
Yeah, to be willing to learn from people who see things differently than we do.
Even people we might disagree with.
Right.
Because sometimes those are the people we can learn the most from.
It's stepping outside of our own little bubbles. This one really resonates with me. It makes me think about times when I might be limiting myself by not being open to other ideas.
Makes sense.
So here's a question for everyone listening.
Okay.
What are some areas in your life where you could benefit from more collaboration? Where could you use some different perspectives?
Yeah, where are you missing out by not embracing the power of synergy?
Good questions. And it leads us perfectly into our last habit for today.
All right, let's hear it.
This one focuses on taking care of ourselves.
Ooh, self-care.
It's called Sharpen the Saw.
Interesting name.
I know, right? I bet you're thinking bubble baths and spa days.
Maybe a little massage.
Who wouldn't?
But the Stoics, they actually had a much broader approach to this whole renewal thing.
Oh, really? Like what?
It's not just about pampering yourself. It's about taking care of yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually.
Oh, okay. That's a lot.
It is. It's about making sure you're tending to every aspect of your well-being.
So it's more than just a face mask and a glass of wine.
Way more. Think about things you already enjoy that make you feel good.
Oh,
reading,
Yeah.
spending time in nature,
Yeah.
meditating, having meaningful conversations with loved ones.
So all that counts as sharpening the saw.
It all contributes to that overall feeling of well-being.
Interesting. And the article points out that even the most driven people can't just keep going without recharging.
Nope. It's like trying to run a marathon with no water breaks.
Yeah. You'll hit a wall eventually.
Exactly. It's about finding that sweet spot.
Between pushing yourself and taking care of yourself.
That balance is what the Stoics were all about.
So it's all connected. All right, so there you have it, the 7 Stoic-inspired habits for a more effective life.
We covered a lot.
We did. And it's quite a toolbox, isn't it?
It is. And I'm struck by how these habits build on each other.
In what way?
Well, you start by taking control with proactivity.
Okay.
Then you figure out where you're going for us.
Your big goal, eh?
Exactly. Then you prioritize your actions. Look for win-win solutions. Learn to understand others. Embrace collaboration.
And all the while you're taking care of yourself.
Right. It's like they've given us a roadmap to a more fulfilling and intentional life.
And it's not just about outer success either.
No, it's about that inner strength and wisdom that the Stoics were all about.
I love that. It's about becoming a better person along the way.
Absolutely. So tell me what resonated with you the most from all of this.
That's a tough one.
There's a lot to choose from.
There is. But I think the emphasis on synergy really stood out to me.
Yeah.
We live in a world that can feel so divided and individualistic.
So true.
So this idea of finding strength in unity, of achieving more together, it just feels incredibly powerful, especially now.
I hear you. It's a beautiful reminder that we're not meant to go through this life alone.
For sure. And that we can achieve so much more when we support and collaborate with each other.
Absolutely. We're all part of something bigger.
Like the Stoics believed.
Exactly.
So we've talked about all these habits, and it's easy to get excited, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Want to do all of them at once.
I know, right?
But here's a challenge for you.
Okay, I'm listening.
What if you picked just one of these habits
Just one.
to really focus on this week? Like really make it a priority.
I love that idea.
It's about taking all this stuff we've talked about
Yeah.
and actually putting it into practice.
Making it real.
Exactly. So which habit really speaks to you? Which one do you think could have the biggest impact on your life right now?
That's a good question.
Choose that one and commit to it this week. Really pay attention to what happens.
Like what?
How does it affect your thoughts, your actions,
Yeah.
how you treat other people? I think you'll be surprised at the ripple effects just one small change can make.
I think so too.
So that's our deep dive into the 7 habits for a more effective life, inspired by the Stoics.
Some really powerful stuff.
It is. We hope you found it insightful and empowering, maybe even life-changing.
That's the goal.
It is. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep diving deep.
See you then.